You're having fun giving me a label.
Oh, yeah.
I hear things went well for you.
Alright, here.
Extra large?
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
But it does not sound good to me.
Why does it not sound good to you?
I have to make it for the sauce. The remaining money is my tip, right? That was a yes, right?
You're in a really good mood considering your mom is now here, and I thought she was supposed to be a problem.
How is she supposed to be a problem?
You said she's the one that made you paranoid.
No. You are the one that made me
I'm always in your way. Exactly. And that's the wrong thing. When you think about it, we get most of our help from strangers. Yeah, we get more help from strangers than we do from our own family.
Yes, that's true, but you are making me paranoid to not talk to strangers.
No, well, that's wrong, though. You have to talk to strangers. They're the ones that help you. Irene is a stranger to me, but she makes me the best sandwiches I've ever had. See? Exactly. So if I didn't talk to her, I would be rude.
Yeah.
Exactly. And she wouldn't want to make me good sandwiches. No, she wouldn't want to make me good sandwiches, and she would tell me to get out.
Yeah. Stop making me paranoid now.
You want to make it before you leave.
I'm going to hold you to that commitment.
Keep telling like you judge what you can or whatever you eat.
She always advertises that she makes the best sandwiches you can get.
Oh.
It's your turn now. You're learning bad habits from that other one. From Fraidy Panda. Fraidy Panda.
How is that fighting you?
Because she's afraid. Guess what she learned from you? She doesn't even realize it yet. Should I correct her or should you? Because you're where the bad habit's coming from.
I can hear you now.
Yeah?
And you want to make it a combo? Because you're talking about it.
Well, work's not as boring when I'm here. I think this is a first. Seeing you mop.
Oh, I'm not going.
I'm not saying that you don't, I'm just saying I think it's the first time that I see it.
Yeah, normally I give it to another person, but
Oh, you use your authoritarian position.
yeah, supposed to. That's the job. That is why I'm in the position I'm in.
Okay. Oh, you're not done? Sorry. Well, I don't want to be in the way, though. Just because society's losing its manners doesn't mean I should too.
Good point.
They sit around, I hear at tables, and two of them will text back and forth, and they think nothing about the fact that they're being rude to everybody else that they're seeing with.
Right.
And usually they're supposed to be their friends too.
Yeah. That's right. Have a great day.
You as well. Safe travels.
Hi, Joey.
Can I get the two large?
Who? What? Okay.
You waiting on your cream?
Exactly.
You did.
You could have said something.
I did. You didn't listen. Yeah, I mouthed off about Frady Panda teaching you the bad habit. Because she did the same thing just the other day.
There's no connection between the two situations, but okay.
Well, she didn't speak up and inform me of what I was referring to.
Like that.
And then you got busy with other people.
You could sometimes you can.
So it would have been rude of me to interject and interrupt, you with other people.
Yeah, do you want to
I'm gonna just sit right here.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Google text-to-speech also and we even need it. Hey guys, it's me, Trent U, and today I'm going to explain what Google text-to-speech means. Google text-to-speech, also known as Google TTS, it's a speech engine used to give out spoken words from your device. For example, if I was going to navigate to somewhere using Google Maps, Google text-to-speech will give out spoken language to tell you where to go. Google text-to-speech doesn't navigate you to your destination by speaking directions. It can also read audiobooks to you, provided you have an app like Google Play Books installed. It can also be used on Google Translate when translating a language, as you can allow it to speak the translation. Google text-to-speech also provides spoken feedback to people who are disabled and can't see. It provides disabled people to navigate around their device as it speaks to the user on what screen the user has tapped on the phone. You can also download different text-to-speech engines like Livener, text-to-speech if you are tired of the standard Google voice that you get. So that's basically it. It's pretty simple to understand what it is. If this video helped you, then be sure to like and share this video. But yeah guys, I will see you in the next video, and yeah, goodbye. Text-to-speech allows you to record your job and digital text. Here's what it looks like. Text-to-speech is one of the most important assistive technologies. It's what the great thing is that this powerful technology is built into most mobile devices, like digital tablets, and even a smartphone in your pocket. You don't need to download any apps. You just need the app. Here's how. On an iOS device, like an iPhone or iPad, start in the settings. Under General, tap Accessibility. Next, tap Speech. Finally, turn on Speech Selection and Speech Script. This will give you two options: reading text clarity, Speech Selection, and allow you to select. Speech Script will allow all versions of
Are you still working on the dominoes? Oh, you're checking it? I was wondering when you would get to that. Well, if you want to keep the stuff on it, all you have to do is copy the stuff off of it, and then you can... What?
I know how to copy paste.
Okay. Well, it didn't seem like you knew a lot of stuff, so I was just, explaining how you could function. But now it seems like you're getting sensitive and taking it as an insult.
My regular supervisor.
Why? What's that have to do with it? She takes it as an insult too? So was Tom successful in her mission?
I don't even remember last night. Shit.
Oh.
We were talking about it. Trust me, I can't remember.
She kept flipping her hair, remember? And I was teasing her about her intentions. And then you left together?
I love her and she loves me. What station was that?
Okay. So she was successful in her mission.
Long back. You didn't realize that? That's what's wrong.
When people no longer communicate and they don't inform people of other circumstances, how would you realize stuff other than to make up your mind, and which often would be incorrect? So you actually have to be told stuff.
Just a notorious mistakes.
Grab my receipt there, please.
Starting from the top. To use speak selection, select a word or group of words. When the speak button appears, tap on it to hear the selection read aloud.
Okay, thanks.
To use speak screen, swipe down with 2 fingers from the top of the screen to hear the words on that screen read aloud. You can change several speech settings on the iOS device. For example, you can speed up or slow down the speaking rate, choose the voice, and even correct how certain words are pronounced. On an Android device, like a smartphone or usually tablet, you can also read text from the phone. The text-to-speech feature on Android is called Select to Speak. To turn it on, start in the device settings and tap Accessibility. Next, tap Vision. Finally,
I got it. 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 I got it
No, just take off the visor and the headset. Because if paper walks in, it's video here, clear, and yeah, just take off your visor. Yeah. Then left there.
Text-to-speech allows you to record your child and have digital text on the left. Here's what it looks like. Text-to-speech is one of the most important assistive technologies for kids with reading issues like dyslexia. The great thing is that this powerful technology is built into most mobile devices, like digital tablets, and even now smartphones. You don't need to download any apps, you just need to activate it. Here's how. On an iOS device, like an iPhone or iPad, start in the settings. Under General, tap Accessibility. Next, tap Speech. This will give you some options. In-text speech selection, block out emergencies.
This one has no kids on it. We don't know that.
I can appreciate you may be hostile, but when kids are around, lose the swearing while they're present. I'm just trying to give you a hint of what will protect you. You know, if you censor yourself for a couple minutes and then resume, you'll be safe. Because you can say, well, I did, and they can't say nothing. They won't say nothing usually. Some people get moody and they lash out, but you'll be able to defend yourself because of how you conducted yourself. No problem. I used to be really bad, so I'm not one to, speak out and say I'm perfect. I can just, advise you of how to take care of yourself and protect yourself. It's nice to see your smile return. Go ahead. We used to have this stuff called manners, and one of those things was girls before guys.
Yeah, but you're in line.
It didn't matter. It was, you had manners, so you would let the girl behind you in front of you. So just because everybody else is forgetting them doesn't mean I have to. You're welcome. I already let her go in front, so... No, it's okay. I like that old sentiment of having manners, treating people nicely, being friendly. Yeah, too many people are forgetting that.
You too.
Have a good weekend, thank you.
You as well. Thank you.
I think you should. No?
No.
Oh.
No.
He's here almost every day.
I can't flirt with Shelby if I go ahead. I have to hurry. Hello.
I think so.
Where are you sticking it? Oh, you have another phone. So it mustn't be an Apple then.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well then, because you're so tech savvy, have you used the text-to-speech engine of any form?
No.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
have brains for that.
Pardon me?
I don't have brains for that.
What, it saves you from reading and it speaks to you.
I'm not that old. I can read and type. I know. I get, education for reading messages. So it's kind of okay with me. I'm good.
Well, that's what I'm over there sitting and trying to figure out how to use. So I thought maybe you could show me. Text-to-speech. Samsung has their own. Google has one.
I don't know. I've never used that.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't hear with
Just to give you a hint, you're probably gonna want to put that on your computer because of what's in it. You know, you can.
take it.
Pardon me?
My computer didn't take it.
Oh, no way. Are you sure?
Yep.
Sometimes they have a little panel that slides, and they hide those slots in behind them. I had a computer for 2 years, and it had all the slots, and I didn't even know it. No worries. You can watch it on your phone. So.
What is it? Like movies?
Uh-huh. That was how I knew.
Did I wreck it, browse?
Yeah, that was how I knew you hadn't looked at it yet. Because you're still studying the dominoes. And to explain the dominoes, I didn't actually give you the dominoes for the game. That's, fine if that's your choice. But I gave you the dominoes so you could study the domino effect.
Okay. I'll watch these ones.
You set the dominoes up and then you knock them over, and that's what it was all about. That's the domino effect.
That's it?
That's it. When one crashes into something else, of the same kind, and knocks it down, that's the domino effect.
Yeah, no, I've seen that on Instagram.
Oh, I don't hang out on Instagram. I only go on Twitter. Oh, I have a lot of fun there. I even got in a fight with Roseanne on there. So that was vindication. After years of having to suffer through her television show, I finally got even. I didn't watch it, but when I went over to friends, they'd have it on their TV, so I had to listen to her, and I couldn't stand her.
Want to take it back? I've seen the list of movies. I can watch it on my own. Thank you for that.
You mean I should give Tom some movies?
I don't think so she's gonna take it.
What?
I don't think she's gonna take it.
She's another fraidy panda? Well, she expressed last night that she is lacking, and she didn't express in detail what that exactly has to do with.
I have no clue. So,
Do you understand the point of the movies?
I might watch them again and understand. Try it one day.
I'm just talking about giving you movies in general.
Oh, maybe you want me to learn something?
No. I would have given you different movies if I wanted you to learn something, but I don't know what you need to learn.
Oh, okay.
Other than not to be a fraidy panda.
Fine.
As much as the mind needs to study and learn, the mind also needs to rest and relax. So that was the purpose of the movies.
I rest and relax.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't think you had time to, much rest and
My
relaxation.
off days,
Okay.
all I do is relax. That is sleep all day.
Well, that's not good.
It's good.
No. Are you sick or injured?
Not that I know of.
Exactly. And what do you think sleep is for?
To restore body.
Sleep is a recovery state. You only need 6 hours of rest out of every 24?
No.
Yeah.
Till 25 for women, they need 8. Don't worry, I'm a science student.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. Because I know half that is wrong. And they're only finding out how wrong they've been now. Well, wasn't it science that decided that we were the only living being in the universe? Well, megaverse? Oh, so it was NASA that decided that.
I have no clue, but right now there is no current any institution of education that says that we are the only living beings.
The meteor that landed in the Gulf of Mexico that destroyed all life on Earth came from outer space. And they're saying that prior to that, the meteor that came to Earth that brought life to Earth came from outer space. Well, when that meteor they talk about in the Gulf of Mexico crashed, they say that it spit a whole bunch of...
Oh, shit. Because life came from Earth.
No. No.
So, the conditions on the Earth were there was an experiment done by scientists.
No.
Yes. Listen to me without...
Okay.
Be a good listener.
Okay. A good listener. I don't know, you're challenging me on a new skill.
So there was a scientist who experimented the exact climatic situation that was on the Earth, with all the lightning, temperature, and all the gases that we had, nitrogen, oxygen, and methane. And with all that, he saw microorganisms developing. So that means that's how organisms evolved. That's how life came to Earth. Because the conditions were like that. There was a lot of moisture in the air.
From what?
Thunderstorm. Life came, but water was still there.
How did the moisture get in the air?
Can I please enjoy my decaf? Yes.
The original theory, which I don't know because I'm not the one claiming, but these people that think that they're scholars and experts, they claim that algae was the first life form to form on Earth, and that's what created the environment for the rest of us to evolve.
Yep.
Well, apparently,
Not true.
the organism that algae evolved from came from outer space.
It was all from the Earth.
Well, the fact that they would think that life came from outer space...
Ozone developed later. Ozone layer, the one that we have around the Earth.
Oh, the ozone layer.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It developed later on. It was not here from before.
Okay. Are you sure? So you share your wisdom with me. This is a new level. Our relationship is developing.
All that shit in
Well, advancing.
11, 12.
Well, our relationship is advancing.
Excuse me, relationship.
Everything is a relationship. Don't tell me you're as dumb as everybody else.
What?
Everything is a relationship. You have a relationship with the earth. You have a relationship with your coworkers. You have a relationship with the environment you walk in. Everything is a relationship.
It's all shit.
Well, that's because you choose to make it that way. I used to have a negative existence too, but then I chose to be something else.
I don't find nice people.
I don't find nice people either, but guess what I do to them? I make them nice people. Or have you not noticed?
Oh, I'm really concerned.
Pardon?
I'm least concerned about people.
Well, do you like associating with miserable people and unhappiness?
I don't talk to people. What do you think? How many friends do I have?
I have no idea. As far as I know, you ran away from them all and came to Canada. And now you have to make new ones.
That is it. I'm least interested because they all.
You see how I end up leaving teas on the table?
Go back and have it. I'm gonna complain. Trust me, just go and finish it.
Go and complain and see who gets in trouble.
Huh?
Did you want to bet? Yeah,
Scared.
exactly. I've been working very hard to change the environment around here. There's a few good people, but you know, like Irene's a decent person, but she used to be just like you. She used to be reserved and withdrawn, and now she blurts out, talks and laughs, and she's social and friendly. She used to always sit over there before she would leave by herself. She wouldn't talk, she wouldn't socialize. It's not the same now. And humanity needs to socialize, because the media and the technical world is making everybody paranoid. They're going to walk down the street and be mute. They're not going to say hi to the people that they're passing.
Let people do what they want. It's their life.
Maybe you're needing some fuck giving so that you have some pleasure in your life.
That was unfunny. That was offensive.
When you chose to use the word in the first place, was that offensive?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because in common language, it just means I don't give a damn.
In common language, cursing and swearing is an expression of hostility that you can't formulate in words, which is why I didn't tell you to stop it. I just said you might want to monitor yourself when you're doing it. Because I noticed with the tone that there might be a little bit of hostility there. So, you know, it could resurface later, but with the people that were around, if they chose to use that little tabby thing on their web browser and complain about the service because of the people that were around them, then it could come back on you, especially when she's watching half the time on the damn camera.
But does she have like voice on that?
Pardon me?
Does she have voice on that? Voice?
What's that?
I mean, like, is it audio?
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
I don't think so. It's not. It's so noisy. Oh.
Well, if you're going to monitor something you can't hear, you would misinterpret half the stuff that you were looking at.
Yep.
So I would imagine it has audio. From what I understand.
But I think it's just like all that matters is that we're working or something. We're working. That's one.
Well, from what I understand I originally heard from Billy, and then Janet started telling me about it. She spends a lot of time watching it, and I don't really know for sure how much that is, but maybe that's her 9 to 5 every day. And then, you know, on occasion, maybe that's also her evening as well, but I'm not sure. So don't say I'm saying that because I have no idea.
No, it's okay.
Well, your smile is so pleasant and so warming. It would be a shame to lose it. Exactly. Now you understand. I know how to play too. I just choose not to because I don't like playing. Like the way that you tried inviting that poor fellow into the conversation last night. That didn't work out. Me and him ended up sitting here talking together until 11 o'clock last night.
Of course.
Of course. And this puckhead, he's always causing trouble. I'd imagine it's better than some of the other things you get.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So being labeled as a sporto is an insult to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even like that. I know things, but that's it.
I don't know anything. Do you want to share? Oh, she's trying to get around you here, behind you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what label would you prefer?
No labels.
You don't like being labeled?
I don't want to be labeled.
Oh.
What sets you apart as a different person? Like if someone were to be called something that they didn't like for the rest of their life, why would...
Hasn't that happened to half the population out there?
Yeah. That's why I don't like them. Because there's no point in labeling. Someone's going to change down the line.
Well, it's not the old system where we used to always pick negative titles. Now, I realize you could see it as negative if you don't like it, but contrary to what they used to use, it's not so bad. And you do have skill in that area. So did you hear one swear word come out of him?
So don't be judgy. Don't be judgy.
I'm not being judgy, I'm asking a question.
You know, I just said. No, I didn't say it. Good for a person who is not is subjective. A person might be nice for me, but not to you, and vice versa. So don't be judgy.
People that are not nice with me learn quickly and they never make that mistake again.
Good for them.
I have a hidden monster and it can be unleashed quickly. You don't want to upset that monster and make me let him out of this cage. Most people realize that in a hurry.
And one old-fashioned plain door.
So how come you're still here? Well, I'm used to you running out the door and saying, well, no, I got to go eat. So that's the only other thing that I have for reference. So that's why I'm wondering. You work all day tomorrow? Well, if your time coincides with my usual schedule, it won't change much. So,
So that's it's not.
okay. Good. Go ahead. No worries. It's bad enough that I already have to suffer through, half the time. Wouldn't want to have to do it all the time. And if you're not here, I have a better chance of Irene making my sandwich. Sorry. I came to get
Bubbly?
that too.
Yeah,
At least you know the pluses.
yeah. What is the other thing that you're here for?
Well, now I'm working on the bugging you.
Okay, you can continue that while I do my job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, continue. Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I came to get my sandwich before Irene runs away.
Oh, she's here till 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
For tomorrow.
Well, I also missed out on the flirting with Shelby. Can you hook that up?
No,
Okay.
that I can't.
Well, if you don't ask, you won't receive, right?
Brown crack?
Please.
Okay, it will be right down there.
What if I want to wait here and bug you?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Didn't do anything about it for 5 days.
You think so, do you?
What?
I said, do you think so, do you?
Yeah. That's a great job, right?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at it from a different angle, so I can't honestly say.
I am.
Okay.
Tell you that I am.
Okay. Well, you would know better than I do.
There you go, that's a nice, wonderful map.
Excellent. Thank you.
Come back for another map.
Okay. Well, now that I know that I got time. Eventually. You got more in your, stockpile than I do.
Okay, sure. Right, 45, right? Alright, we're gonna medium.
Are you buying it for
Medium,
that?
double.
I think
Medium.
two sugar on that.
Sugar, no.
How much is this one pack? How much is this one pack? $4. Yes, I'll take it for
Hang
you.
on, wait.
Wait. Send me an ice pack. No, cheers.
But I want.
I'm buying it for you.
Okay, well, wait.
You're not getting up for 20. Well, because it's not enough for all four. You each get 5. Like that?
Okay, wait on.
Back up. Autumn and Allie, coffee here now. Blueberry chicken. No, I want some blueberry chicken. I want blueberry chicken. Dad, put the blueberry in the room. Not even close.
He's practicing to be the Canadian Labada King.
Yes. Then a place that was dirty. Are you done? Your bike is not going to go over the car. Your bike is not going to go over the car. Please stop.
I took one of those ducks today. I'll do it.
Yeah.
What?
The height, so what's the height? No, probably, but far enough. That's what my coffee, I don't know what it. This is the height, I didn't know that.
Can you,
I know, I've seen that, I'm gonna try it. We have lots of fun to be had this weekend, alright? Lots of fun will be had this weekend. Bring what?
plug in the speaker? What the what? Got my drink back, please?
Birthday cake.